The United Kingdom, news from Chancellor Hammond on the latest forecast out of the UK government. The Office of Budget Responsibility delivering a £23.5 billion cut from planned borrowing over the next 5 years. The why? Because the GDP forecast is one of the elements in this, raising the 2017 economic growth forecast to 2% from 1.4%. So the Brexit bears out there that thought the economy would be battered ultimately after the decision. That didn't transpire, and these forecasts have had to be raised at least in the near term for 2017. The further you go out, the more the cuts come through. 2018, 1.6% now the growth forecast from 1.7% in the autumn statement back in November. 2019 cut from 2.1 to 1.7. 2020 cut from 2.1 to 1.9. You see the reaction in the FX market, just a slightly firmer pound off the back of that. We bounced off session lows, the cable rate at 121.72. Still lower on the day, Alex, but some better news maybe for the government. Growth forecast, at least for this year, not as bad as expected, and the budget deficit expected to narrow.
Yeah, and we're definitely seeing in the gilt market sort of the selling subside from earlier in the trading session. But also interesting, John, because the OECD forecast was not as positive, 1.6%. They upgraded it yesterday, but still, Hammond's view is much more positive than even the OECD.
Well, these forecasts come from the Office of Budget Responsibility, which is an independent body, but I would say 2% is actually bang in line with where the Bank of England is at for this year. 2017 at 2%. The Bank of England has growth at 1.6% in 2018. So pretty much bang in line with the Central Bank of the United Kingdom on growth forecasts. Where everyone has been wrong is how quickly this would feed into the UK economy. The consensus was that we'd get the vote, the economy would roll over. We have not seen that. When you look for it to bite, it's coming through a lot more slowly than I think many people anticipated.
Yeah, but the question is, when does the data start to turn? I mean, when do we already are seeing some data coming in a little bit lighter, but when that turn is going to be, and are we going to get caught flat-footed yet again?